Hey there, YouTube. This is Lucifer Legoboard, coming back at you again from the basement. But this is not about Satanism, okay? I just got done making a few Satan videos about Satanism, and I just haven't taken anything down. While I was making those videos, I got a tweet across my phone from AOC, Alexandria Occasional Cortex, as Josh Bernstein sometimes refers to her. And she's now razzing on Tucker Carlson. So, here we go. She asked if we were mad. If us on the right were mad. As people may know, I am a Republican. I'm an independent with more leaning Republican ties. I am a conservative in many regards. And that throws a lot of people off when they find out this stuff. So, I thought it would be funny just to go ahead and film a response video to AOC here. And so here we go. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. What can I say? Thank you. Thank you very much. We actually owe you a huge thank you. Everybody on the right owes you one of the greatest, biggest thank yous of them all. Do you want to know why? The reason being is you are a fucking idiot. You have demonstrated to the world what the left, what socialism, the liberal left, and Democrats can become when left unchecked. You have given us a very firm reason to hate the left, to not want anything to do with the left. You have shown us the idiocy of being a socialist. And at one of the worst times ever. I mean, you look down to Venezuela, and people can see quite clearly what socialism is doing to that country in live action. We can see what it has done to them. We can look down to Cuba and see what it's done to them underneath the reign of Fidel Castro. Socialism is not that far different from communism. We can look back to communist Russia and see what it did to them. Russia is just now recovering from their socialist regimes. Any country that had a socialist past will tell you it is not a good political system. And you have enough gall to come into America. I don't even really count you as an American citizen, Alexandria. I really don't. If you are a natural-born American citizen, then you are a traitor to this country. And that is my personal opinion. You have demonstrated time and time again a level of ignorance and stupidity that has been unheard of in politics before. We have had some stupid politicians. No bones about it. No question. We have had our share of idiot politicians. But sweetheart, you take the cake. You really do. Honestly, you thought $3 billion was going to just be sitting around for the state of New York to use after you ran off AOL, or not AOL, Amazon. Why did I say it? Oh yeah, because I'm thinking of you. You see what you just simply talking about you, Alexandria, makes a person physically stupider. Yeah. You thought $3 billion was just going to be sitting around after you ran Amazon out of New York City. That $3 billion was not being paid to Amazon. That was a tax break where Amazon wouldn't have had to pay $3 billion to the city of New York because they were already going to be paying God knows how much back to New York in wages, revenue, and whatnot. New York City would have gotten more money back to spend than just a measly $3 billion. And yet you could not wrap your brain around it. You thought that money was just sitting around. You thought New York was paying $3 billion to Amazon to come in. No! That was a simple tax break, you moron. It was clear and blatant for everybody to see. That was a tax break. And yet you cannot fathom why people are pissed at you over that. Why the people who voted you in, stupidly enough, I'm going to cry foul on them. They're morons for falling for your BS. You know, just idiots for putting you into office. But they are not anywhere near as much of idiots as you are for running one of the best deals that they had out of town. That would have brought in thousands of jobs to help combat the homeless problem that you have in Queens and New York City alone. But no. AOC, in all of her wisdom, has to run Amazon out of town. To hell with all the jobs. To hell with all the income and revenue that they were expecting. To hell with all that. That's just one example. There's this video running around right now, and it shows college kids. It explains college kids what socialism is expecting them to do with their funds by attributing their funds with their grades. And you should take a look at this, because if you go to school, if you go to college and whatnot, and you work hard for the grades you have, and then someone tells you you've got to share your grade, the grade you work for, with somebody who's not making the grade, who's just lazing about, partying all night, getting drunk, getting high, getting laid, while you're sitting there busting your butt to get your grade point average. If you have to share your grade point average, your grade, your hard work, with that person, are you going to do it? No, you're not. And that's what this video shows. These students were like, whoa, wait a second here. No, I'm not going to share my grade with them. But that's exactly what socialism wants you to do with your wages. Your hard-earned wages, the wages that you work and strive for. You've got to share it with everybody else. Why? Why would you do that? No. Those wages you worked for, you earned. You don't need to share that with anybody else. And yet, AOC, you're telling your own staff that that's what they need to do. You cut your staff's wages to pay people down below, other higher ranking members in your own staff, a higher wage. And yet you, hypocritically, yes, I just went up an octave, did not take a pay cut yourself. You live in one of the most posh apartments you can afford, when you could go out and buy your own home. Instead, you have to go out and rent one of the most expensive apartments you can from one of the most expensive apartment buildings you can. And on top of that, your Green New Deal, you don't even abide by it. You're driving around in all these cars. Why can't you take the subway? Why can't you carpool? Get an electric car. There's no emissions. No one's going to argue with you about driving an electric car anywhere. You know, no one's going to argue with that. There's zero emissions. But no, you're in these big SUVs, gas guzzlers, spewing emissions all over New York City. You're wasting God knows how much fuel. You're flying on all these jets across country at taxpayers' expense. You're a complete hypocrite. And everybody can see it, even if you cannot see it yourself. And you know what? I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for you being the hypocrite. Because it shows the entire world what sort of person you are. And what sort of person that they have in control of the Democratic Party. Everybody knows Nancy Pelosi's on her last legs. Her health issues and whatnot. And she's batshit insane herself. But you blow her out of the water. There is plenty of pictures of you going, oh, googly-eyed insane. And the thing is, that's your real self. When that picture shows up, and you're all wide-eyed with that half-mad grin, that's your real face. That is probably one of the first few times, that you've been totally honest about who you are. Your Green New Deal is hardly green, it's hardly new, and it's hardly a deal. It's an unattainable piece of trash. It's one that you did not even support or back up when it was brought to the floor on a vote. And then you had enough gall to bitch at McConnell, to bitch at the Republicans for bringing it to the floor. You wanted it to get voted on. You were pushing for it to get voted on. And yet when they were like, okay, we're going to vote on this, and it was presented in its raw, pure form to everybody, what did you claim that you had your entire party do? To not vote, and just to vote present. You didn't even vote for it. You didn't even fight for it when it came to it. And then, when it was struck down unanimously, you had enough gall to complain and to bitch and to piss and to moan and to accuse. It was the man babies across the aisle. It was the racist neo-Nazis across the aisle. These people have no care for the environment. You got a temper tantrum over it when you did not even fight for it. You sat there and you had a temper tantrum. Ladies and gentlemen, where's Kylo Ren? I got the perfect wife for Kylo Ren here. We will marry AOC off to Kylo Ren, and they can both have temper tantrums together. He can cut up the freaking stuff with his lightsaber that doesn't even function properly. And she can throw whiny, accusatory temper tantrums at everybody else, but never face the true villain in the mirror. To never face the true problem in the mirror. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I will see you in hell. I will look forward to it. Because when we get there, when you get there, you will be finding me and many others like me waiting with pitchforks in hand. For now, this is Lucifer Legaporton. Thank you all for joining me on this very special Arguing with the Devil. If you like what you're seeing, if you're liking what I'm saying, hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell notification. Tell me what you think in the comments. Please be respectful. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. Go away. And Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Unpleasant dreams. Hail Satan, and I'm out of here.